Hello and welcome to Buddhistdoor Global's weekly news review. I'm Dr. Justin Whitaker, Senior Correspondent for BDG. In this week's news, the Dalai Lama has urged global leaders to unite their efforts to tackle climate change. In a video message, His Holiness the Dalai Lama urged the attendees of a virtual meeting of the Group of Seven, or G7, last Saturday to take urgent, united action in response to the climate crisis. The Tibetan spiritual leader called on those in the meeting to take the dangers of climate change and the suffering they cause to millions around the world seriously and to act on the issue from a holistic perspective. The summit, hosted by the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, brought together legislative counterparts from Canada, the European Union, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and the United Kingdom. At the conclusion of the conference, those assembled agreed to focus on the need for robust and coordinated international action to address health and financial security inequalities that have been highlighted by the climate crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic. In the United States, Cambodian Buddhists in Rhode Island struggle to cope with COVID-19. The Buddhist monks at Dhamma Gosnaram Buddhist Temple in Cranston, Rhode Island, are deeply concerned for the future of their temple. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues into the fall, the monks say they've witnessed a sharp decrease in temple attendees, which has also led to a decline in much-needed funding. At the morning service last Sunday, lay attendees did attend and offered food and money to monks at the temple in observance of Chum Ben, a 15-day Cambodian festival coinciding with Vasa, or the rains retreat observed around the world. This is historically an important time for lay people to show respect for monastics in honor of their deceased relatives and to gain merit. And Sunday was a day for people to gather from the community. However, the prolonged low turnout has put the monastic residents at risk of losing their home. In Asia, the Buddhist monk Bhikkhu Sanghasena has urged leaders to find a peaceful resolution to recent Sino-Indian border tensions. The renowned spiritual leader and socially engaged Buddhist monk Venerable Bhikkhu Sanghasena has emerged as a rare voice for peace and de-escalation amid fraying political ties between India and China. As relations between Beijing and New Delhi have soured, with tensions currently centered on a disputed 3,488-kilometer frontier border between far northern India and Tibet, Bhikkhu Sanghasena has raised the call for peace and cooperation rather than military engagement as a path to resolution. Tensions in the Himalayan region first began to escalate in late April, when China mobilized thousands of troops with artillery and vehicles in disputed territory along the line of actual control between the two nations. In June, the political dispute was heated further when a deadly clash between Indian and Chinese forces, the first fatal incident in the disputed area since 1975, saw at least 20 Indian soldiers killed. The Great Wisdom Buddhist Institute in Prince Edward Island, Canada, is facing local opposition. The Town Council of Three Rivers this week voted 7-3 against issuing a permit for the Great Wisdom Buddhist Institute to construct a new residence building. Located in the community of Brudenell in the Canadian province of Prince Edward Island, the Buddhist monastery submitted its development plans in 2018. The residence would have been a two-story building to house up to 176 people. The decision will not halt the development of a planned Buddhist monastic complex, which when completed will have more than 18,500 square meters of buildings, housing up to 1,400 Buddhist nuns on 121 hectares of land. However, it does prevent further development at this time. Nuns from the Institute insist that they wish to work closely with local citizens to ensure that their monastery does not upset the land or community. And lastly, in India, Buddhist heritage sites are still neglected in Andhra Pradesh. Despite talks by the state government of Andhra Pradesh over several years of setting up a Buddhist corridor and reviving various Buddhist heritage sites, little work has been carried out to date, and the sites remain largely neglected, according to a recent report by the Times of India. According to the report, one site faces encroachment threats and suffers from a waste of funds due to duplication of civil construction work for a second interpretation center. The latest controversy surrounding the site centers on the construction of a state guest house on a 12-hectare plot of land. Relics at one site are reported to be in a state of advanced disrepair, including scattered monasteries, staircases, rock-cut cisterns, remains of votive stupas, and a 17th century Dutch building. There is still no apparent approach road, and the only access is via an almost 3-kilometer uphill hike over rocky terrain. That is all from this week's BDG News Review. If you enjoy regular news videos delivered to you each week, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with friends. We appreciate your support and feedback in the comments below. Be sure to check out our website, Buddhistdoor.net, for these stories along with features and special coverage of Buddhism around the world.